Hello everyone, Steve here from Tech Toy Tinker and Retro Arena. So with the release of Beta 3, which is exclusive to the RGH and RH Discord servers, I wanted to do a quick update video and also show you guys a bit of Saturn emulation and how that's going, because it is now working. So the first thing I want to show you here is Pico 8. Now there's two options. You'll notice Pico 8 RA. They both go to the same folder in ROMs, but the difference is that the standalone will use the carts folder as a subfolder in ROMs. So what this means is if you pay for Pico 8 for your PC, your Raspberry Pi from the official site, you can take the 64-bit Raspberry Pi binary and you can use it here. So you get Explorer and everything else that should be there normally. Like so. Or alternatively, if you don't, you can just simply use RetroArch to do this. It's got fake 08 and Retro 8. Sorry about the glare, by the way. It's pretty bright out today. It's weird living in Canada, being winter and there's almost no snow and it's like -2. So with that being, actually, while we're here, I want to go to ports as well. I tried a few ports from Portmaster. Rhoda here doesn't work, but the rest work fine. Super Tux is one of my favorite games, so I was happy to see that working. As you can see, works fine. I'm not going to go through every single port because I don't want to be here for an hour. ScumVM has been fixed as well. Inside the ROMs folder will come a dummy file that will just launch this for you. Standalone does work too, but I have not yet been able to get it to use the D-pad in place of the joystick for the mouse control. So as a result, I just defaulted to Scum for now. There's a couple other things we need to talk about in here as well. For example, as I had said in the previous video, OpenGL is currently broken, so the colors are inverted. That affects Dreamcast, Naomi, and Atmoswave. So just to give you an idea what I mean, because it should work still. I believe I left it. I definitely left it in there. But show you what I mean. First off, the menu's upside down because GL. RetroArch will allow you to flip the game screen, but not the menu for some reason. So that's where we're at here. I just want to show you what it looks like again. It's a little loud. Oh, also, C button. D-pad left, D-pad right is volume. D-pad up, D-pad down is brightness. And I'll show you. This can get quite dim. But as you can see, like, it works fine, but the colors are messed up. I mean, I can play like this, but it's a little off-putting when you know what the game's supposed to look like. That's all. So until it's fixed, that's where we're at with Dreamcast, Naomi, and Atmoswave. I'm not going to go through and play every system. It's been done in a million videos, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. I do want to show you Saturn, though, because the compatibility for Saturn has gotten really good. Also, sorry, I have a cold, so my voice might be a little bit off. I've been sick for the last few days, and spent a couple days not sleeping getting this done. Let's go for something random. Actually, I'm going to do this on purpose because I know that this takes a moment to load, and this is where a lot of people are going to get confused with certain titles, because there's a few games that they work fine, but it seems like they're not working. So I'll just show you what I mean. It'll black screen and it'll take a minute to load. Most people would probably assume after 15 seconds or so that it's not going to work, but it actually does. I've only found a couple of games, period, that don't work so far. And unfortunately, one of them is X-Men versus Street Fighter. But I'm not sure if that's because it doesn't like my dump of the game or what it is. So let's sit here for a minute. Also, I'm not sure how the ambient light's affecting this, but I mean, I have RGB lighting in my workspace here, so as you can see, I kind of went with like a yellowish orange for the video. It's remote controlled RGB lighting too, which I thought was neat. It's a bit glitchy in the menu here, but it doesn't make a huge difference in game, which you'll see in a moment. Get ready for the cheapest Mortal Kombat fight you've ever seen in your life. I don't remember how to play. Well, I do for like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I guess, but I'm going to be really cheap about this, I think, if I remember this character correctly. I think this should... Nope, that's not it. Cheapest way to win ever, but whatever, it's hilarious. Just to give you guys a look at what's in the collection here. I've actually tested almost every one of these games in here. I am going to play a select few because people mentioned Sonic 3D and some of their other favorite games not working. That flashing is okay. It only happens in the pre-game, like the intro full motion video stuff. That's where it happens. Once you get the, see, like right here, it stops. So there's still a couple bugs, but nothing crazy. The games work, which is the important bit. And see, here's where it stops. Now it works perfectly fine. You get the idea. I'll show you a few more so you get a general performance idea.
Sega Rally Championship.
You get the idea. Also in here, as I stated, there's the resolution and aspect ratio options. You can make it full screen, blah, blah, blah. You can also enable frame skip if a game's having trouble running, but I've yet to encounter any game that's needed it so far, which is a good sign. One of my favorite games ever. Saturn has a few of my favorite games of all time, actually. That's why it's my favorite console. Can't even pronounce some of them, but they're still my favorite game. Well, one of them is Liquid Kids, but it's the Japanese version on this, and it's like $500 for the disc, which is crazy. So a theme I'm noticing is some of the full motion videos kind of flicker, but the actual gameplay is fine. So for those of you watching this video that have come from stock, you'll immediately be able to see that the game compatibility for Saturn has increased a noticeable amount. I actually went through and took every single game that people complained because they couldn't get working and tested it. Excuse me. Still a little bit sick. This here too, this is Liquid Kids. I cannot pronounce this name. I don't want to try because I'll butcher it. I'm pretty sure the first word is Mitsubaku, but I can't pronounce the second one. But in English, it's Liquid Kids, the Taito arcade game. And the coloring in this game is amazing. You get the idea. Johnny Bazooka Tone's another really good game. So is Earthworm Jim. Deep Fear is a game that wasn't... I mean, it was released, I think, in PAL mode, but in Europe it's an unlicensed or unreleased variant. This works okay. Honestly, I don't feel like waiting for it. There's a couple other things I wanted to get you guys look at while we're here. Do I even have Sonic on here? Nope. Okay, let's do Mortal Kombat then. Just so you guys really understand what you're getting into with Dreamcast right now. Now, for you European users, you wouldn't have seen a problem there because of the blue logo. But that should be red. It's literally an inversion. It's the exact opposite of what it should be.
Eurocom Developments Limited Entertainment Software Games. Electronic fun for everyone.
Runs full speed though. Just need to fix coloring. I am trying to build the standalone, hoping that'll help. See, everything's got a blue tint. So, I mean, you can play it, but it's not the most enjoyable. So that's where we're at with that. I showed you guys a good chunk of Saturn. Oh, before I forget too. Mega Drive MSU1 is great on this device. You know what? Why not? If you don't know what MSU1 is, it's CD quality audio. Or in this case, Michael Jackson. You get the idea. I don't want to play too much of this song and get in trouble with YouTube. Also, if anyone's worried about that random restart of emulation station there, it's set up to do it specifically after certain emulators that if it needs to let go of a certain resource or something and it's not doing it, it'll just reset emulation station and reset everything. There's about 105 systems. And then plus all the ports you can get from Portmaster right now. Just give you guys a quick look here. I'm going pretty fast on purpose. The video's already gone on almost 20 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So that's where we're at here. Besides Flycast, which is Dreamcast, Naomi, and Atmoswave, everything else is working as it should be. We got ScumVM working again. We got Pico 8 standalone and RetroArch cores. Oh, because somebody will inevitably ask this. If you want to use Atari XE, what you need to do is boot a 5200 game. But first, you're going to want to go here, go to Atari 5200 and change it from that core to Atari 800. Now, once you launch the game, you're going to go into the RetroArch menu for quick settings, the core menu, and you're going to switch the machine from 5200 or from 800, I guess if you're using 800 instead, to XE. 5200 has its own core, but 800 and XE are shared, and you have to change the machine. You can use 800 to play 5200 as well. So that's a basic look at what's on here so far. Nintendo DS, of course, does work, but it's... I don't like the small letterbox on the screen and the lack of the joystick. It kind of is what it is. But that's about it for this video. It's been over 20 minutes, and I don't really want to keep you guys any longer. So, as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, if you're part of the RH or RGH Discord community, you will already have access to this download long before you see the video. Thanks. Take care.